apart from the fact that I've got these bloody blisters on my feet from walking the dog, you'll never guess what. It's early May, okay, so it's nearly summertime. It is snowing outside.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow here tomorrow.
Yeah, oh, it's probably
Yeah.
our snow that we're sending to you.
Mm,
I mean,
possibly.
it's not usual that you have snow in
Well,
May, is it?
that's the thing. On Sunday, it was 80 degrees out.
Wow.
Yesterday, it was in the 50s. Today
Yep.
is pretty much the same, and tomorrow it might snow.
Yep. Yep. Which do you prefer, the heat or the cold?
Mm, I don't
Somewhere in
know.
between.
Prefer dry.
Yeah. Same here. Same here. Particularly when I'm out walking this blinking dog of mine, who is, I tell you, I've walked him that much. He's, I've already lost a stone, so it can't be that bad. Anyway,
Well,
tell
he's
us
keeping
about
you
your.
active.
Well, yes, that's right. Yes, it certainly is. He's, and what he does is, if um, if I take him on a short walk, he doesn't like it because he's used to a long walk, and he does this bit whereby when he gets to the house, if he's not on his lead, he just runs away, and I have to go chasing after him as if to say, that's not long enough. I want longer, and he really is a character. Now, have we spoken since the keep talking till they're walking?
I don't believe so. Just through messages, but not on a
Is I was
live.
going to say just yeah, that's right. Just 3 messages. How did it go? How did it go for you? Apart from Fleetside not getting his audio sorted, I believe he's gotten it sorted now.
Well, it's been good. I wish we had more time on the
Mm.
event on last Sunday, or Sunday before that. But
Yeah,
it was great to hop on Rippers at the end.
yeah.
No idea it was going to go for 7 hours, but it
Wow.
was fun.
I'll tell you what. I think maybe next year. I think in fairness, I'm trying to think. In previous marathons, the dude has always finished off, hasn't it? And it's gone on a bit longer. And that was good having Ripper, but I think next year.
Well, the first marathon I wasn't a part of. The second one I didn't appear on this final segment. I just did my 2 3 hour slots, and that was it.
Oh right, okay. Was it work or something like that got in the way, or was it?
Wasn't invited.
Oh, never. How that's ridiculous. Anyway, not to worry, not to worry. I think maybe next year we should. My suggestion would be that we take it in turns to finish off. Out but me.
To me, I hope there is no next year, and I hope Stephen Avery is
Well,
released.
exactly. As far as as far as making a murder is concerned, but I can't help thinking that with the momentum that we've got from, I mean, this is a fantastic community. There's going to be other cases that we maybe look at.
Well, there's a few cases here in Wisconsin that I've been researching on the side.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even the Ricky Hochstetler thing,
I've been looking more into Michael Bell. I mean,
Michael Bell. Yeah,
there's not really much I can do, but just getting the word out there. It's
yep.
more important. Keep talking.
It is absolutely.
It's tragic what happened to his son,
Yes.
and the fact that they covered it up.
Oh,
And
ridiculous. And it's
Brad Schimmel's involved in that too.
yep. Yep. I mean, that was a great thing that was written by Fleetside, and you got a copy of that, and so I
He
think he
sent it to
sent
me
it to
about a
you
week
direct.
ago.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And I would like to have a get together and discuss that because it's so glaringly obvious, when you're dealing with, for want of a better word, the guilters and the haters. You think, can you not see that, from our point of view, if you're objecting to our questioning the conviction of people,
Hmm.
you must have something at stake in this because no normal rational human being would look at making a murderer and go, oh yeah, I'm quite happy with those convictions.
Well, most people that watch Making a Murder, they don't think it's a true story. And they think there's going to be a happy ending by the end. And there ain't.
I thought there was going to be a happy ending. I did, and naivety. I just didn't understand the what I was watching. I I didn't realize. It's something that Robert Milan said, that when it comes to convicting people, they put so much effort into convicting people, and yet there's the possibility of a wrongful conviction, they'll drag their feet. The state dragging their feet as much as they can, and they're not, they're not answering any of the questions, are they? It's oh, you've done this wrong, you've done that wrong, you don't know what you're doing, procedural bar, you're not allowed to say that, you're not allowed to put that in, you didn't ask for permission to respond.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, for goodness sake, when are you going to wake up and realize it's about finding the truth in the matter? Anyway, it's a bit philosophical, so let's ask you a little bit about, because you told me that you were going to go to. Um, am I right in thinking that your daughter lives near Appleton? So for you, you've more or less you've got to go through. I don't suppose you've got to go through Manitrock, but you might as well. It's quite nice.
She lives on the other side of Lake Winnebago,
Yeah.
Oshkosh. So
Mm.
it's a hour and a half drive to her house, and then I have to drive all the way around the lake. So that's another hour. So yeah,
Yeah.
picked her
So
up.
you might as well go.
Well, it was
Sorry.
on her. I asked her if she wanted to do this because she's the one with me. I was like, "You want to take a detour?" And she was like, "Sure." I was like, "Okay, here we go." So drove through the
I
countryside, went through Nina, or on the lake, or Manitowoc, stopped at a few key locations, had a look around, did a little scouting.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant because, to be honest, my daughter is of the opinion that I've ruined it for her by taking such an interest in the case. She got fed up of answering questions years ago, and she's kind of um, difficult now in the fact that I've shown an interest in this, and it's kind of spoilt it for her.
Well, it's her fault she brought it to you.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. But she didn't think for one moment that I would be, 4 years later, 5 years later, chatting with people on YouTube about it, and even chatting with various lawyers and part of this community, which is absolutely fantastic. So it's kind of strange. What did you make of the this supposed ditch?
Oh, it's a ditch. It's
It
not
is a ditch, yeah.
supposed.
It is a ditch, yeah. Yep, yep.
Well, my intentions were to drive through that very ditch in the very location,
Hmm.
but based on looking at the terrain and yeah, I didn't want to fuck my vehicle up
No.
because that's what I think would have happened if he actually did drive through that ditch. If you're driving slow, yes, it'd be possible, but you might get stuck. Then again, in November, the ground's going to be harder because weather is colder, so and the grass is dead. So, but based on my observation, I, I don't see it possible.
Well, I do accept that it's due to the ground conditions, isn't it? You would have to. I mean, that I suppose that explains why he did fear, and he thought, well, I'm just going to go down here and hope for the best.
Well, the
But
ditch don't go like this. The ditch is like that. It's a V.
yeah, yeah.
So if you took it at the right angle, you could possibly flip your car or smash into the other side of the embankment. I don't see it possible based on the way he says happened.
All right, but the actual tracks that we saw,
Yeah, they,
they,
they come in like wide.
they yeah, yeah. So in other words, he's come down quite slowly, and then he's gone on the other bank and to get back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's interesting, isn't it? We were chatting just beforehand about the fact that, um, for a lot of people, the our I would say a lot of people had this had the idea that Ryan and Andy Colburn were responsible for parking the car there on the Friday,
Uh, don't
but
know.
this, I mean, I don't know that it contradicts it. It maybe adds to the story.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it's interesting, isn't it? I would suggest this must be a pretty sure thing that Kathleen Zellner is running with this.
Uh, Well, also, it's been 15 years since that happened. I don't know if there's been any kind of work done on the drainage ditch there. Like, had he have swerved into the westbound lane, it'd have been no problem because the ditch on the eastbound is way more than it is on the westbound side of the road.
Mm.
So I don't know. But basically, I drove down 147 to Q, made a right, went down to Cuss Road, drove around there, back up to 147. Then I went to Avery Road, drove down there, came back out. I got there after the yard was closed. I was trying to stop in there so I could possibly get some merchandise, give them some money. Try again next time when I go. But then I went over to try driving into Corey. Almost didn't end well. I'm glad my daughter was with me because she's seen the giant chain cross the road. I didn't see it because the sun was in my eyes. And I was driving at a
Oh,
pretty high rate of speed when I entered the quarry. And as soon as I stopped, when she said stop, I looked at her and I seen old man Siebert staring at me because he was getting something out of his vehicle.
huh.
So him seeing cars driving out of the quarry is very possible.
Yeah,
Don't doubt that at one bit.
yep,
So then I backed out of there and I went over to the turnaround and drove around a few other places. Went down Fisherville, drove past Earl's, then made my way back home.
yep. Did you happen to take any photographs while you were there?
Photos and videos, yep.
All right, so an untrained, dare I say it, investigator that you are. I mean, you're not a qualified police investigator, but you knew that the importance of taking photographs and videos.
100%. Want to document the
Exactly,
scene.
exactly, exactly, exactly. You know,
well,
I
well,
mean,
I've been out there before
yeah.
numerous times, but this is the first time I actually had a video camera with me.
Mhm.
And
I mean,
I've had people that live in the area. They sent me videos too, but they did it on their cell phone and they were by themselves. And yeah, it was horrible. But it gave you some idea, but not like I wanted it.
yeah, I'm going to say it's 15 years since. So things might have, as you say, terrain might has probably altered a bit, but
You got a question in the chat from
yeah.
Claire. The distance between Avery Road and the turnaround is about 2 miles.
And that's by the East Twin River Dam, isn't it?
Yep. I also drove past the West Twin River Dam where the
Yep.
turkey hunters are seen with the waders on, and then I drove past R where Teresa is allegedly seen turning onto R. Don't know which direction.
Yep.
Yeah, I went to a few locations.
Well, that's as I said to somebody in a comment. I said Milbillie goes above and beyond the call of duty. He really does. He spent a lot of time on this, investing a lot of time and money on this, and we really appreciate the efforts that you go listening to all the phone calls. I'm not going to keep you very long because I've got this dog to have to walk. I just really wanted to ask you a little bit more about, going forward, what your thoughts are with the, how long it's going to take for the Court of Appeals to respond, what they're gonna say, thoughts on Zellner, just a general sum up of how the case is heading.
I'm guessing we'll probably hear something in a month.
Yep.
What they're gonna do, I guess as good as mine.
Mm-hmm. But if it goes back to Judge Angie, are you with me on the thought that Kathleen Zellner is really wanting to sort of nail Angie on this? You know, looking back years, in future, we'll look back at this case and we'll look at all the things that were done that shouldn't be done. You know, the interrogation of Brendan. The conflict of interest.
They had television.
Yeah,
and reading through all these DCI reports and then the case reports and then nothing adds up.
Yep.
And and yeah, I don't know.
But what I'm saying is I think that you've got all these things that it's like how not to do a murder investigation. How, all the things that they did wrong. How not to interview a juvenile.
Well, it's just like the Leo R. when he calls and says that a girl matching Teresa Hallbach's description knocked on his door.
Yep.
When DCI talks to him on the 7th, this lady that allegedly looked like Teresa Hallbach now has red hair.
Wow.
But we don't hear the questions that they asked him. But we do know that when the lady knocked on his door, she was looking for the Spring Tube address, which is right on White Cedar at the end of Cuss Road. So I don't know if they actually tracked down this person or not, because we don't have the audio for any of these DCI reports. We just have a rendition of what they say they talked about. We don't have the questions asked. We just have this person said this person said that, then this person said this. So, yeah, who really knows? It's like when they're talking to the Spring Tube that lives on Avery Road, because there's 2 Spring Tubes. Walter and then the other ones that live on White Cedar. We don't have the questions asked. We just have a bunch of answers. The same thing happens with Bobby Dassey's interviews, I should say. And why they only released the 2017 one and none of the other ones, don't know. More questions than answers. The more information we get, the more questions are rising. So
yeah, that's always the case, isn't it? Because that is the reason why they didn't investigate as far as anything really. Is because if they did, it would simply create more and more questions, as you say. Listen, dude, I'm not gonna, as I say, I'm not gonna keep you long. Need to get this dog out for his walk. He's starting to pester me. So thanks very much for hopping on just for a few minutes. Hopefully we'll get a bit longer at the weekend. I was kind of hoping that if you're around on Saturday, we can have a chat with Pete.
Depends on what time.
2:00 in the afternoon.
Maybe work. I'm not sure yet.
Maybe. Okay. Well, if you can, that would be great to see you then. It's always a pleasure to have you join us, and just keep doing what you're doing. I think you're absolutely brilliant, pal.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. One quick question. Thoughts on I mean, this is such a complex thing now. I did a video where I played an Ericoze video, and it was about Barb, and did she know what was happening to Brendan? And it actually got it's the one and only time that Carla Chase has actually posted one of my videos into the Facebook group. And basically the dude is saying, the state is saying that Barb knew what was going on, and he's saying no. Barb didn't have a clue as to what was happening, particularly with Brendan being taken in for this interview. She was under the impression impression that he was there as a witness.
Look, look what the cops did to her brother.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I don't justify it.
yeah.
If that was my kid, I'd have been there. I'd been like, no, you can wait till they out of school. I'll bring them there myself.
I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
Especially that's her baby.
Mm, I'm just wondering if she was sort of taken in by Wiegert and Fassbender, it would be was there not some comment about it's either your family or the yard or something? What was
Well,
the comment?
the thing that always bothers me is you hear Barb tell Steven, you're gonna have a dead sister.
Yeah.
Well, she tells Brendan the same fucking thing. You're gonna have a
Mm,
dead mother.
mm,
What about my life? Like,
mm,
really? Your kid is sitting in jail. You're talking to him on a jail phone, and you're bitching about yourself. I don't see it. It's not right.
mm.
She said it.
That's
It's
interesting.
true. It happened. Can't take it back.
Mm,
Just
yeah.
pointing out the obvious. Hate me if you want. I really don't give a fuck.
Oh no, we don't hate you. We don't hate people. It's just as you say, if they come out with certain comments, how do you take them back? How do you explain them? I mean, I suppose my question it's a little bit like if if I'd have had the opportunity to ask one question of Craps, which he conveniently stalled and avoided. If I had one question for Bob, it would simply be, what do you think? What were your thoughts on the testimony given by Bobby and Scott at trial?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they were being totally 100% honest as they're supposed to by swearing on the Bible?
Nope.
Or, that for me is a problem. And I do get it. The fact that there's policemen getting up there, law enforcement who are supposed to, they're supposed to be the top notch when it comes to, telling the truth, and clearly they are lying. You wonder, don't you, about your sort of the pressures that they've been put under.
Yeah. I
Yep.
mean, it. It's no denying that the law enforcement turned the family against each other,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just tragic.
Yep. Yep. Listen, I really must go and take this hound for because he's starting to flatulence. I do apologise. It's
All
not
good.
good. But thank you very much, Milbillie, for coming on and having a quick chat. If you, as I say, if you are around at the weekend on Saturday, 2 o'clock with Pete, that would be great. And I'll say keep doing what you're doing. We all think you're absolutely fantastic. So just
Thank you.
keep on. Cheers,
Keep
pal.
on.
We'll catch you soon.
All right.
Bye for now. And bye everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining. In fact, I'll give the last word to Milbillie.
Bye from now. Bye from me. Bye from him. See y'all next time. Enjoy your day.
Cheers.